Hey everybody, Bruce here, traveling with Bruce. How you doing? Going live without any warning. Welcome one, welcome all to my channel today. Lots of developments, and I thought rather than try to make a video that'll take me 2 hours to get up with the news updates, I thought I'd just go live right now and see how many of you can find me live or watch me on a rerun. And I can now update you on what's happening. Just all kinds of news. I just heard Norwegian has shut down. They are going to stop cruising for a while, probably at least 30 days. We'll see how that plays out. I've heard also that Royal Caribbean shares have been halted. By the way, so were Norwegian Cruise Line shares. They were halted as well. Then they made this, or this announcement has leaked out at least. I'm waiting now for Royal Caribbean to confirm their side of it. They might be halting cruising as well. Welcome, Nathan, Boat Reviews. Noah, how you doing? Val Jones, how you doing? William Spencer, Robert Barden, F, Noah. Margie Butcher, Robert Barden, Sean. Hi, you guys. Welcome. I'm sorry for the sudden appearance, but what can I say? There is news happening all over the place today. As you probably have seen, if you're a regular follower of mine, you probably watched my video today where I talked about Disney shutting down their cruise division, and also at least 10 other cruise lines. I've heard Costa Cruising now is shut down. They operate mainly in the Caribbean. That's a Carnival operated cruise line. If it's true that Royal Caribbean is shut down and Norwegian is shut down, then Carnival will be, with all of its cruise lines will be next. And that'll be it. That'll be virtually everyone. I'm waiting for this to come out. There's all kinds of breaking news happening here with respect to... sorry, folks, I'm just looking at my big-ass iPad. It's not agreeing with me. There's all kinds of news coming out today. The government of Canada announced a number of initiatives. They are restricting international flights into Canada into certain airports only. We're waiting to find out which ones those are. It might be Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver. I don't know. But they're not restricting flights out. They are suggesting Canadians don't really go anywhere if you could avoid it. Not a mandatory, but I think Canada's getting close to that. But as far as Canadian cruise ports are concerned, any cruise vessel 500 passengers or larger cannot enter a Canadian port until July the 1st. That shuts down Alaska cruising out of Alaska, out of Victoria, out of Vancouver until July 1. So anyone who's booked a cruise out of Seattle, for example, or out of even San Francisco going up to Alaska, the trick of it is that under the Jones Act, U.S. cruise ships have to, or all cruise ships have to visit a secondary country other than only American ports to adhere to the Jones Act. Otherwise, your ship has to be basically a flagged U.S. vessel. And to flag a cruise ship and make it a U.S. vessel, we're talking about all American crew, all American work rules, American wages. We're talking tripling the price of a cruise. So it's not going to happen. The cruise lines, you would normally start a cruise in Seattle. They can go up to Anchorage, Juneau, Skagway, but on the way back, they stop in Victoria, British Columbia, or they stop in Vancouver, and that's the second country. Well, Canadian ports are closed. So between Seattle and Alaska and back, there is no other country. Are you going to go across the strait to Russia, visit Russia for a half a day and come back? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we've got ourselves a problem, Houston, as to what's going on. And I'm pretty sure that Alaska cruises are in effect shut down until July. And that is if Canada reopens their ports July 1. We don't know. Canada doesn't know. How bad is this whole thing going to be? Your guess is as good as mine. Sorry, folks. I keep looking over here at my big-ass iPad. I think I got it figured out here. Just wanted to get my show up here. There it is. It's now running. I see 177 of you here. Welcome, all of you. Like I say, a bunch of you have joined in already. I see other names coming in. I can't say hi to possibly everybody here, but David is here. David Wares, Kennock, Frampy, Lady Karen is here. And she's saying, we're leaving out of Newark, New Jersey, going to St. John and Halifax. Are those closed too? Well, it depends when your sailing is. If you're sailing, if you were expected to be in St. John and Halifax before July 1, the cruise isn't going to happen. If it's after July 1, if you're doing like a, an August cruise, uh, right now everything's still going, but between now and June, I don't know what's going to happen here. Everything's changing so quickly. Yes, here we are. Amberin Travel is here. Hi, Amberin Travel. NCL just announced cruise cancellations March 13th to April 11th. That's the reason I'm live. As soon as I saw that headline, I decided to go live immediately and not even bother to make a video. I just say, boom, let's do this immediately for everybody. But I'm waiting now for Royal Caribbean. I did read a headline not too long ago that 800 contractors have been laid off by Royal Caribbean, and these would be not individuals. I am thinking we're talking about 800 contractors as in individuals and companies, with many individuals. Royal Caribbean seems to be pulling back expenditures. Not a surprise. Only 48 hours ago, I did a video talking about how they increased their credit line by $550 million, and we're going to increase capital on hand by reducing expenditures by up to $1.7 billion. And that's where some of this money comes from. Dry dock expenses that might be postponed for the remainder of this year. I don't know. If someone could tell me, if anyone knows this, let me know. I've been trying to figure out what's going on with the Allure of the Seas. The Allure of the Seas, I thought, was supposed to be in Cadiz, Spain for a $165 million dry dock. And it's not in Cadiz, Spain. That ship, the last I saw, was in Barcelona. Now, am I just being early on this? But I thought the ship was supposed to be in there for February. Has that been delayed? And that might be part of this announcement that I've just caught the headline of the other a few moments ago. I've got some viewers on Facebook right now. Welcome, guys. I'm simulcasting on YouTube and Facebook. I see some Facebook users are here. Trump has just declared a national emergency. He's talking right now on the TV. And Prime Minister of Canada has also declared a quasi state of emergency as well. The Canadian government has put up already $10 billion of funding for the banking system, and now they're talking about coming up with a major announcement for Canadians next week and small businesses, which leads me to believe that Canada might be going on a lockdown. There may be some kind of a lockdown being proposed in Canada. It hasn't been announced yet. I get the feeling that the government of Canada is sort of easing us into this announcement that day by day they keep talking about how they're going to be there for us and how they're going to support us. Well, I'm thinking, yeah, you're going to be there well, then that means you're telling me to stay home and not travel at all, especially those folks who are working at day jobs trying to get to their offices, not going to be able to get to their offices. So there's something happening there. In the States, I don't know if the U.S. will go that far. They might have to. Perhaps they should be going that far, but this administration is not going to cave, if at all possible, to that type of scenario. So what you're seeing, of course, folks, is all of you are noticing for the last 4 or 5 days, you've noticed all of the pro sports leagues have shut down. Broadway has shut down. Major companies across the board are telling their employees to stay home. School boards across the United States are shutting their schools. They're not waiting for the federal government to tell them what to do because the government won't tell them what to do. Apparently, they're doing it themselves. The states are taking it upon themselves to make these moves. Cities, counties, states are shutting down across the board, and I cannot imagine that the cruise lines will not shut down as well. Now, what does that mean to all of you out there who have cruises booked? Well, first of all, if you want a refund, you'll get a refund. The cruise lines aren't going out of business. That's not going to happen. They're going to hunker down and cut expenditures and wait this thing out. But they'll likely offer you a bonus of some kind if you were to take an offer, say, sorry about your cruise. We couldn't deliver. But if you take a cruise credit, good for the next year or two, we'll give you 120, 125% credit instead. So if you paid us $3,000 for 2 people to go on a quick cruise, we'll turn that into, let's say, $3,750, and you can use that anytime you want. This is exactly what Viking did 2 days ago. Viking Cruise Lines, with the river cruising and their ocean cruising divisions, they offered this massive deal, 125% credit. I would say that out of every 100 comments that I get about Viking Cruise Lines, 99% are positive comments. They're so happy, satisfied. They feel it was a very prudent thing to do to shut down the cruise line for Viking Cruise Lines. And the offer they're all taking the credit. They're all going to go on a cruise because they can see past tomorrow and next week and next month. So very, very good. Thank you for all of you popping in to say hi to me. I can't say hi to all of you. Holly is here. Hi, Holly. How you doing? I'm American. Hey, I'm Canadian. How you doing? Gary is here. Hey, from Iowa. How you doing, buddy? Nice to have you back here. Wendy Thompson. Hi, Bruce, everyone. Beer bug is getting bad. That nasty Mexican beer virus, it's getting bad. That's right. This was expected. Ath is saying this is expected. Cruisers needed this decision to be made for them. National emergency now being declared by White House. Cindy is here. Hi there. Someone in our office was exposed. We're all working from home now. There you go. That's all it took for your office. Just think about cruise ships. What about airplanes? I'm surprised that airlines haven't been shut down. I really am. I would, if I were advising, you know who, shut down all the airlines right now, shut down everything. But no, not going to happen. But you take your chances, folks. Wasn't it yesterday that there was a passenger on the JetBlue flight from New York to Miami? Was it? They found out on the plane. They got an email. You tested positive for the Mexican beer virus, and they had 100 passengers sitting around them. And here you go. Just insane. It's just insane. What else? Who else is here? Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. How you guys doing? Cruise line shutdowns are the path of least cost and disruption. Sensible strategic decision. I agree with that. Cindy, I feel bad for crew members. Many of them have families to support. William, if you're in Europe, you can't fly back to America. Do crew members still get paid since they're on contract? Jeremy, I believe they will. I would not be surprised that the cruise lines will basically keep the crew members on board. They'll just keep them on their ships. They'll bring them into certain ports, and they will be given all room and board. And at a moment's notice, when they're back in business, they're back in business. Now, for those crew members whose contracts are coming up, this could get a little dicey. If you're from, crew members are from the Philippines and 10 of them, their contract end at the end of the week or something like that, usually the cruise lines will arrange to fly them home. In this case, they will fly them home if possible. If it's not possible, if there are international flight shutdowns, the crew members will have to stay on board the ship and wait that out, and then they'll get their leave time adjusted. I'm pretty sure. I do not see a cruise line punishing a cruise member because they can't go home. That's not gonna happen. So yeah, they will be paid, they will be fed, they will be housed, because cruise lines need these folks, coming back into business when they're back into business. Tina is here from Toronto. How are you doing, Tina? Welcome. Facebook user is telling me, I can't tell you who's telling me this because it just says on my screen here that this is a Facebook user giving me a message. Allure of the Seas is going to Cadiz, will be there March 15th. All right, so March 15th. Now that might be delayed. I do not know. This announcement that I alluded to with 800 contractors being laid off, that could have everything to do with the Allure. But I don't know. I can't imagine. I would really find that amazing that Royal Caribbean would not have the Allure of the Seas in the dry dock. I would be shocked. I really believe that this $165 million investment is a top priority, because when that ship comes out in 6 weeks from the dry dock, she's going to be just as primo as the Oasis of the Seas is, and they'll get a lot of positive press for a fully refurbished ship rather than still trying to sail a 10-year-old ship that needs heavy refurbishment. So I can't give you a definitive answer on this story. I'm just relating to you what I'm hearing, because things are changing by the minute. Let's see here. I'm not sure how to pronounce this one. TOH Highway. Some jobs are telling people they have to take 2 weeks off after a cruise. Some Oh, you mean some employers? Some employers are telling their employees, if you take a cruise, you can't come to the office for 2 weeks. I understand. Facebook users watching me from Chicago. It's Diane. Hi, Diane from Chicago. I love Chicago. Got a bunch of great viewers from Chicago. Brad Johnson, nothing on NCL's website yet. Just wait for it. Nathan's Boat Reviews. My friend canceled their cruise that was going to set sail on Monday on the Navigator of the Seas. Margaret Lewis is here. She's telling me U.S. is now an official national emergency. It will cause some real changes. It'll also free up billions of dollars in the budget for a treatment and to attack this thing. Wendy Thompson, with the snowbirds getting ready to go back north soon, I expect to see more illness in the north after the snowbirds being in Florida and heading home. Well, again, it all depends on how they're doing. I mean, if snowbirds have been hanging out in their RVs or hanging out in their condos in neighborhoods in all around Miami and Fort Lauderdale and Orlando and wherever else they're hanging out, Tampa, so on, the chances are they don't have any issues. They don't have that Mexican beer virus. If they're going to drive home, the family drives home. It's the husband and wife, grandma and grandpa driving home in their car. They need maybe 1 or 2 nights on the road to make it. They may not be exposed to anything, but we'll see. I mean, this is the problem here. Obviously, in Canada and the United States, is for the last month now, none of us, any of us, have been put on any kind of restriction to do anything. We've been able to go grocery shopping, go to work, kids go to school, take the kids to the movies, go to shopping malls, whatever you want to do, you've been able to do. There's been no restrictions. And so we have been theoretically able to be exposed to the Mexican beer virus, doing what we always do for over a month now. And so it could well be that I or Jennifer or any of you out there have been exposed to the virus and didn't catch it, or you've caught it and you don't know you have it and you've been spreading it yourselves. I mean, this is how this thing is so sneaky. It's not like we get sick in 15 minutes. It can take a while, up to 3 weeks. Some people say, some professionals say up to 3 weeks. So yeah, as far as snowbirds going, I don't know. Is Canada going to refuse Canadians to come across their own border? Probably not, but they might insist that the folks go home and self-quarantine, and or more stricter than that. We'll see. Robert, everyone is overreacting to this. It's just a scare tactic. Okay. Cindy, my husband loves the Mexican beer virus. William, is Carnival Cruise Line shutting down? I wouldn't be surprised if they're next. I'm just waiting to see what officially is going to happen here. I have heard that Norwegian has shut down. So in the next few days, their ships will reach certain ports and then they'll close down. Wouldn't be surprised if the others follow suit. It's becoming almost impossible for certainly for any European to come to the United States to take a Caribbean cruise. You can't get over there. You can't get. You might not be able to get back very shortly either. It's certain ports in the U.S. have shut down. For example, for certain, it's Baltimore. They've absolutely shut Baltimore down. Not that that's a hotbed of Caribbean cruising, but if any of the Florida ports declare that they're closing, this business is done for. So we'll see what's going on. Be right back. Brad said he's going to listen to the president. Andrew, hi, Bruce. I love your videos. Thank you, Andrew, so much. I've been putting a bunch of them out lately, haven't I? It has been busy. James is saying, anyone on MSC Caribbean cruise May 8th out of Miami? My friend, I don't know if there'll be one. I really don't know May 8th if it'll be happening or not. Stand by day by day on that one. Janet, do you think the doctor's note for 70-year-old people will be the rule even after the crisis subsides? I think the cruise lines are going to try to get rid of that rule as quickly as possible. Because there's been a lot of backlash about it. A lot of people upset about this rule. I just get the feeling that like comments I've been getting, for example, some people are saying to me, I'm 74 and I'm in perfect health, but I've traveled with family members in their 50s who are basket cases. They don't need a note. I need a note. They don't need it. So there's a lot of that. So I think the cruise lines will want to drop that ASAP as soon as they can, but they're going to have to wait to appease the politicians in Washington, because this is a public perception thing right now, as well as a health emergency. So we'll wait and see, Janet. But I know they really would like to. They'd like to get rid of that. Sean, we just declared a national emergency. That's true. What happens if you don't pay attention to the muster drill, Jaden? Bad news. They have now on board these cruise ships electronic tablets, like my big ass iPad over here. If you want to know what that looks like, by the way, this is what a big ass iPad looks like. Look how big this thing is. It's massive. Crew members have these kind of units inside of hard protective shell casings, so they look a lot bigger and meaner than this. And when you arrive at your muster station, they find out, they want to see your room key, or they want you to use your medallion on your wrist and hit a sensor so that you've checked in. And they know, at muster station 14, 300 people were expected. They're all here. Muster Station 6, 3 are missing. And then Muster Station 9. And so this is why muster station calls take about a half an hour, 45 minutes, because we're standing around waiting for them to talk to us about how to use the life jacket and what to do in a case of emergency. But most of the time we're there, we're waiting for everyone to check in. And they know exactly who has not checked in. And the first thing they're going to do is the cruise line will send security, and I mean security, to the room that these people are registered in. They will then check the ship's logs to make sure that those people have been on board. They might be at the bar buying drinks and using their medallions to order drinks for their room. They'll know that they're there. They will track them down. Of course, the bartender will not let them stay in the bar. If you're supposed to be at the muster station, the bartender will shoo them off. But they'll find you. And when they do find you, they will want to know the reason you didn't make the muster drill. And it better be almost like, well, my husband was having a heart attack. Because there's almost no excuse for not doing it. And likely, it has happened where literally people get kicked off the ship before the ship leaves the harbor, leaves the port. They get kicked off. There's can be a harsh punishment. Anyway, yeah, don't miss the muster drill, no matter what you do. Scorn Flakes is saying, I have a cruise with Carnival on April 20 and I have diabetes. Do you think I'll still be able to cruise? I'm not sure about this. I have a gut vibe that cruising might be halted till the end of April and maybe into part of May. That's just a personal opinion. I'm not an official with a cruise line. Some people accuse me of working for cruise lines. I don't. But from what I see and the way this is going, today is 13th of March, 2020. I can see a 60-day shutdown being the norm. It might be mandated. I don't know. It also depends on the port of calls that you're going to go to. Shornflakes, if you're going to ports of call that are being shut down or they're shutting themselves down, you're done for. Your ship can't go there. Now it's going to have to change its itinerary. But if it can't arrange an itinerary that works, nothing's going to happen. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Hello from Geron in the Netherlands. Hello there. Tina, all ports in Canada are closed with ships more than 500 people till July. Yep, I have mentioned that. Thank you. Andrew Cabate, my NCL Joy, my first cruise going to the Mexican Riviera on March 22 is canceled. So we have to rebook our cruise either on March or April in 2022, Bruce. Because you can't go any other time, I understand. Yes, I'm sorry to hear that. It's a shame. But boy, this virus, like I say, I've said before, cruise ships don't create viruses. They're victims of viruses, and that's what's happening here. Passengers who've had the virus have boarded ships like they've boarded airplanes, like they've boarded subway cars, like they boarded their own cars, either knowing or not knowing that they're ill. And here we are, right? Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. Allure of the Seas will be in Europe this summer and relocates to Miami in November 2020. We're booked on her. Fingers crossed this all blows over. Yes, so the timing could be perfect for the Allure if Royal Caribbean is going to drop $165 million on the refurbishing. I will say this. Royal Caribbean has arranged credit financing through their bankers and bond brokers in New York for billions of dollars for build outs and refurbishments. It's just cost of business. And their bankers are not walking away from them. They really aren't. The bankers are saying something like what I'm sort of thinking, and that is we have a 30 to 60 day inconvenience here, major inconvenience, but 6 months from now, it's business as usual, and Royal Caribbean will be business as usual. So they'll stick with them long term because it's a very lucrative client for both. So I suspect the ship will be refurbished in Cadiz and back in the water for this, hopefully the summer. We'll see what it's like in the Mediterranean. Robert Bardin, scoff at your own peril. Who we got here? Margaret Lewis. Hi, Margaret Lewis. Welcome. Comment is Robert is a trained disaster recovery lead for a major corporation at one time. Folks are freaked out for a good reason. In a very few weeks, we could see triage in our hospitals as in Italy. Yes, Italy, it's really bad. Not enough beds to go around. Kelly, wow, Bruce is on TWB. How you doing, Kelly? We're here on an emergency run here. I see the president and his team. They're still talking over there on TV. I got my TV on just over here. Brad, let's see here. Cruises suspense cruises through April 11th. Thank you, Brad Johnson, for that info. Margaret, America is not prepared. And of course, our travel sector isn't prepared. There you go. Scott J is in the house today. Weird how, sorry, I just got to adjust my, hang on. Sorry, Scott. I've overshot all my messages. There we go. Scott J. Weird how the staggering number of hospitalizations and deaths caused by the flu each year is not an emergency, but this is, yeah, Scott, because this virus is a nasty one, and it is has a 10-time higher death rate on average. That's the problem with this. This isn't just a flu. This is a very nasty, nasty flu. I was watching one of these doctors on some of the TV networks the other night talking about just how severe this is, and yet a high number of people have already recovered from the virus. I believe of the 120,000 who got the virus, 60,000 have already recovered. 60,000 have it. But there have been over 4,000 deaths, and that's a very, very high number. And the speed of transmission is what's shocking the medical profession. Tammy, I informed my mom, who is over 70, that she might have to get a doctor's note to sail on her future Disney cruise. Yeah, so, well, right now there is no Disney cruise. 6 months from now, whatever the cruise is, I don't know when your cruise is, but if this again, this isn't going to go away quickly. I don't want to give anyone a false sense of impression here of security. I want to give you a false sense of security, but I also don't want to scare anybody. But I want to be realistic, as I've tried to be on my videos. This virus, there is no cure for this virus. There will not be a cure for this virus, maybe for a year. As fast as these drug companies are going to try to come up with a vaccine, safety protocols, medical protocols, even like when we had Ebola, the thinking was, oh my gosh, you get Ebola, you're going to die. Ebola, that took over a year and a half to come up with any kind of a vaccine. The same thing here. This is going to take some time. This, issue, this Mexican beer virus that I keep referring to, because I can't say that word, showed up in January. It's March. It's only 2 months, folks. And it has now gone global. And will continue to spread. And unfortunately, it's going to permeate and will literally be in every neighborhood in our world. It just will be. There's just no way to stop that. But we can take precautions, as we've been told, and we should. And that's what we have to do for ourselves. So 6 months from now, will cruising be up and running again? Maybe not. Maybe not. Why? Because this virus will still be here. This is the issue, and if the demographic, if the stats say 60 and older is where 95% of the fatalities come from, it could well be that no one over 65 can even cruise, whether you have a letter or not. I'm just speculating with you here, and I'm not trying to create panic or consternation or anything like that. I'm just saying, hey, I'm telling you, I didn't know a week ago I would be talking about what I'm talking to you about today. I never thought, even 2 days ago, I'd be making a video about 10 cruise lines that aren't operating. Are you kidding me? Ocean and river? Are you kidding me? But yeah. Margie, yep, Margaret, I work in a hospital, and we are already becoming overwhelmed with people who come in for anything and everything, let alone this. Robert, Margaret, every couple of years, there is a new monster. Jeremy, Scott, because of the respiratory complications. Daryl, did you say Norwegian shut down? I did. Norwegian is shut down. Norwegian has announced the shutdown. Disney is shut down. And at least 10, 11 other cruise lines, including Princess and Viking, Ocean and River, AMA, Avalon Cruising shut down. I've got the list here. I wrote this. I don't know if you see this. I wrote all this morning for my video. Celestial Cruises is shut down. Crystal Cruises shut down. Debbie Manuel's here. How you doing? Been trying to get quarantined at work. Boss, not yet going for that since I work in the office by myself. Love you, Debbie. Well, I love Debbie Manuel. Paul Gauguin is shut down. Sega Cruises, Uniworld, Viking, and Windstar all shut down. Now Norwegian. I'm waiting for Royal Caribbean and Carnival to throw in the towel at any time. Is Holland America pausing Thief Cruises? Have you seen the prices of Holland America in the last few months? They've been bargain basement. Even last fall, they were cheap, depending on the cruise. I know last summer, Alaska cruises on Holland were cheap, and Caribbean cruises were cheap. Anyway, If Carnival shuts down, Holland will shut down because they're owned by Carnival. Come on, wait. Why say the Mexican beer virus? Sorry, it's there's a certain beer that is known of that country that has that certain name. Well, that's all I can tell you. It's nothing personal. I just can't say the word. They won't let me. Jeremy G is laughing out loud. Poor Debbie. Vida, thanks for all the updates you've been giving. Very much appreciated. I'm happy to do it. It's been long days, short nights. Let me tell you, I am really sleep deprived. The Down Under Cruisers morning from Australia, Bruce. For your information, the Australian Grand Prix, which is due to run this weekend, has been canceled as late as yesterday. Heard the Masters golf tournament has been postponed. They're pushing it. Excuse me. It's not a cough that you're thinking about. They've pushed it back. The NCAA basketball tournament, huge deal in America. Huge. Canceled. They were going to play to no fans. Then colleges announced we're not coming. They canceled it. NBA shut down. NHL, National Hockey League, Major League Baseball, all shut down. Other Grand Prix races have been shut down. Museums around the world are shut down. Eiffel Tower tonight shuts down. So this is global and it's complete. How many cruises have you been on? Liam, I think I've been on 7 or 8, starting in 1959 on an ocean liner. But I've cruised on Norwegian and Royal Caribbean, Holland America. I love it. Love cruising. Sir Robert Taylor, Dr. Anthony Fauci just said everything is going as planned. What I want to know is who planted it. Excuse me. I'm 73. Facebook user says I have diabetes, but otherwise I'm healthy. Can't go on my next cruise on an RCL. No, you can't. Probably not. Jaden number 1. What happens if you're on your phone during the muster drill, but you attended? They'll tell you to hang that up. They'll tell you to get off the phone and pay total attention to what's going on. And if you don't, they'll take the phone away from you until after the muster drill. They're not kidding. Margaret, Robert, most novel viruses haven't got the mortality rate of 10 to 20% in the cohorts over 65, nor do they have such a high infection rates. But then we really don't know here because of the failed testing. That's right. We don't, in America, you don't know. You just don't know in America. Roy and Sue's Travel Channel, on a rare occasion, you get excused muster. They require you to come to separate muster after the ship is sailing. That's right. You will eventually attend a muster drill, one in private. Yeah. Fiero, what will this pause in cruising do to the stock market? Will it make things better? I did buy a ton of RCL shares yesterday when it hit 29 a share. Thanks for everything. Fiero, well, they'll lose less money. How's that? The cruise lines will lose less money if they don't sail any ships, because right now ships are going out at half capacity, a third capacity. I'm sure. I would say that if cruise lines were attempting to cruise the next 60 days, that in some cases they would sail with only 10 to 15% of the passengers, because you can't get to the cruise port, you can't get home from the cruise port, all these logistics. If you've got a cruise ship running with a crew of 1,000 people and they're tending to 500 passengers, and you're burning that fuel to move that massive vessel around, you're paying those port charges and fees, you're getting creamed. Cruise ships are better off just docked and not doing anything for a while. That's just a better move. And the cruise lines will they'll lay off staff, of course. They'll figure that out. They'll work through this. Theoretically, let me just see if there's he's still talking through this shutdown. If the federal government steps up with some sort of, income relief program or something like that, then United States-based cruise workers that work in the corporate offices of the cruise lines, they would then receive perhaps immediate unemployment benefits for the 4, 5, 6, 8 week time frame, which will take the heat off the cruise lines. They won't have to pay them to sit at a desk and do nothing. They can send them home, and the government will subsidize them for that out of the UI and payroll tax credits and all this kind of stuff. Because there are 145,000 employees of the cruise lines and spin-off companies just in Florida and other states, and so it's a big economic engine. But yeah, they'll shut down and wait it out. Will the stocks go up? Well, they won't tank from here. They've already tanked. Will they go up anywhere significantly? Maybe not. But when they announce that they're back in business, there might be that psychological lift to the market. And now the cruise lines can come out and say, Yes, in 3 weeks, we're back full capacity. We're running again, and we're booked out for the next 2 years. And, then the shares will start to trade on anticipated earnings. But right now, the bloodbath is on. So that's what's happening. Facebook user, Carnival's still okay? Carnival's still okay, but I don't know if they're going to be cruising after tomorrow. Scott J. Well, if I can't take my cruise, I can at least order another Traveling with Bruce shirt and pretend. There you go. You can always do that. You can always order one of these, grab yourself one of these babies right here. Since you're at home, you got nothing to do. If you get told by your boss not to go to work, why don't you get yourself a cell phone amplifier? If you've never seen what one of these looks like, this is a TWB cell phone amplifier. What you do is you put your cell phone in here. This is a paid commercial. It's my own commercial. You put your phone in here, you turn on your favorite tunes, or you listen to me on a rerun, and the sound travels underneath here and gets amplified right out of here, out of this little circle, blares across your office or your room or your deck or wherever you happen to be, made of solid wood. And it's handmade in Creston by Marshall Thompson, made with real Creston wood. And if you make a donation to the channel, Traveling with Bruce, on my donate button, which is the PayPal pay button on the top corner of my page up here, send me your name and address. I will send you for $50 US one of these handmade cell phone amplifiers. So there you go. You can always get one of those if you're not going to cruise anyway, and help support my little fledgling channel on YouTube. Anyway, there's a plug for my cell phone amplifier right there, and a number of you have already ordered one. I've told Marshall, get going, start making them, because the orders are coming in. It's just fantastic. Thank you all, and Marshall thanks you too, because I have to buy them from Marshall. Let's see. Jeremy G. Fierro, how do you go about purchasing shares? Contact your stockbroker or open up an online brokerage account. We have a Facebook user saying hi to us. I don't know who it is, but hello. Jason Kimmons, I feel like Carnival's holding my vacation hostage by not postponing operations. Well, they'll get around to it, I'm sure. I'm feeling it anyway. I'm Mexican, so I can say it, and be that is a Mexican beer. YouTube is demonizing anyone who says either, and lighten up no more than ever. We need to maintain a sense of humor. There you go. Thank you, Cindy Whitehair. The Mexican beer virus is what I refer to the virus, and I can't use the word because YouTube doesn't want me to do that. There you go. Sheila saying, oh, sorry, I'm Sheila. How you doing, Sheila, from Facebook? Thank you for joining me on the Facebook group page I have. By the way, if you want to join me on my Facebook group page, Traveling with Bruce on Facebook, we hang out between shows and videos on the Facebook group page, and a lot of folks have been posting updated news stories, updates on cruise ships, horror stories when they're trying to get a refund or a booking, or victories like I called this company and they took really good care of me. We get it all, and just find Traveling with Bruce, spelled with 2 L's, on Facebook, and ask to join the Facebook group page. I'll let you in. You can see Traveling with Bruce is written right there at the bottom of your screen there. And I'm the administrator of the page. Also, join Jennifer and I on my Traveling with Bruce. I'm so excited and befuddled here. On my you know what it is. Instagram. There it is on Instagram. So embarrassing. I have an Instagram page too, and you can join and follow us on Instagram. Jennifer runs the Instagram page, Traveling with Bruce. Just come on over there and pop by and say hi. Okay, let's see any more comments. My dearest friend just had to cancel her European cruise, Margaret Lewis says. She had been saving for 2 years. She was to leave in 2 weeks, but now she's planning to go next year and up her cabin. Hopefully, maybe she'll get a little bit of an increased credit, and maybe she can upgrade her room. Cross our fingers and travel safely, hopefully. Any news about Harmony of the Seas? Nothing that I'm aware of. Facebook user, I've heard nothing bad or anything like that. We here at this channel, we are hoping to go on our own group cruise. If you see my shirt here, Traveling with Bruce, I'll move out of the way there. Traveling with Bruce, I've got the dates right there, December the 6th to 13th. Microphone's in the way, of course. We're doing a group cruise on the Harmony of the Seas this December, if all goes well, from Port Canaveral down to Perfect Day Coco Cay, St. Kitts, St. Thomas. And we're planning hopefully a cruise next year, February, from, I believe it's Fort Lauderdale, on the Odyssey of the Seas. Brand new ship that has not been completed yet. It'll be delivered to Royal Caribbean at the end of this year, and we'll sail on her in February. And we're heading to Grand Cayman, to Curacao, Cozumel. It's an 8-day trip. I'm really looking forward to that one too. If you want to join us, or you're thinking of joining us, you can find information down below in the description, just underneath here. There's a link straight in. Ambren Travel is the official travel agency of this YouTube channel. I don't own the company or anything. I work with them. They're based in Florida. They do a fantastic job. They've given us our own 1-900 phone number where we can call for our own information. Those of you out there, I'll give you some tips. If you've been having problems reaching your cruise line, and a lot of you have because you've been telling me this, I can tell you this. If you call Ambren Travel, they might be able to take over your reservation for you. I can't guarantee any of this, but if you're not getting satisfactory service from whoever you're using or through the cruise lines, you can contact Ambren Travel. They'll ask you for your reservation number. They'll look up your cruise info if they can, with your permission. And if you convert over to Ambren, then Ambren will be your agent going forward, and they will handle all of the announcements for you about your cruise, whether there's a delay, engine problems, Mexican beer virus issues, whatever, port changes, you name it. They can also stay right on top of things. If the prices are dropping, they'll let you know. They'll get you rebooked at the lower rate. They're on it. They really take good care of their clientele, and that's why I have Ambren Travel as my travel agency for my channel. Give them a call and tell them your situation. If you're thinking of going on a cruise next year sometime, or you got canceled out and they've given you a credit, and you're not sure how this all works, I'm certain you can contact Ambren, tell them, and use them as your travel agent to rebook and get a new booking put together. It's definitely a commission payable to Ambren for this service. They'll earn every penny from the cruise line. It'll cost you nothing. It'll cost you absolutely no difference whether you use Ambren or not, but you'll get one-on-one personal service, and you're not going to have to wait on the phone for 2 hours to get through. Okay, so there's a pitch for my friends at Ambren Travel. I highly recommend you talk to them. And if you're interested in joining me on my group cruise, boy, that would be great. But again, I understand if no one is booking a cruise through my group cruise right now. I understand. That's why I hardly mention it, but I thought I would do it today. All right. What else is going on? Sean is wondering about what do you think about buying stock in cruise business? These prices, I'd buy stock in these cruises. Long-term holder. Yeah. Who else? Facebook user. We were booked on Oasis for the 29th, and we'll be canceling next week, so they don't do this for us in the meantime. Yeah, I think something tells me you're not going on a cruise next on the 29th. I suspect that they're going to make the move first. The cruise line will make the cruise the cancellation before you do. And they're still talking at the White House. Facebook user, have you heard of cruise lines refusing you boarding based on pre-existing and a form you have to fill? Well, again, Norwegian had announced that you needed a letter from a doctor if you're 70 or older. Otherwise, you couldn't get on the ship at U.S. ports only, not internationally. It U.S. ports only. But that might now be all mute because Norwegian has shut down their entire cruising division for now. By the time they come back, they may not need the letter anymore if this everything is stable. But I can't guarantee that. I'm convinced that Carnival and Royal Caribbean and other cruise lines may follow suit if they haven't already. So this might be around for a while, as distasteful as it is. Not sure what's going on there. Facebook user, April 4. A Royal Caribbean suspends as of tonight. Just got a message popped on my computer here. I'm not sure if it's 100% official, but it looks like Royal Caribbean may have suspended cruises. Let me double check, see if I can verify anything here while I'm running on the fly here. William, I'm going on my May 22nd Norwegian to Boston. Will it be all right? May 22, maybe not. I can't tell you one way or the other, my friend. I know that until the 11th of April at least, no, but hopefully by May 22, you'll be all right. Carved Shell 325. Hey, Bruce, so you guys aren't going on a group cruise? President Donald Trump just declared a national emergency. First virus report in Niagara Falls today. I live 3 minutes. We're going on our group cruise. If it's on, we're on. That's December. That is in 9 months from now, I'm pretty sure. I just got, okay, apparently there's been a corporate press release by Royal Caribbean saying that as of tonight, they're shutting down. That is what I'm getting from a fairly trusted source of mine. But again, folks, we'll keep an eye open for all of this news and see what's going on. But yeah, it sounds to me like I say, we are witnessing the shutdown of the cruise business across the board. Tommy Eden saying Carnival trading at $17 a share right now. Let me just check one more thing. I'm going to go to my stock market reporter here. Okay, I have the Dow right now up 1,900 points with a strong surge at the end of the day. It looks like the Dow gained about 700 points in the last half hour of the day to close up 1,925 points. Royal Caribbean was as low today as 28.61 a share, opened at 37.01, closing at 32.36, up 2.10 on the day for Royal. Norwegian closed at $11.10, up 1.45 on the day. Carnival closed at 17.58, up 2.61 today on the day. Announcements, I'm sure, will be coming out, quite a bit here going forward. And like I said, I'm live today. I'm live now because everything I'm telling you, I would normally put in a video, but things are happening so quickly while I'm on the air talking to you. They're changing now, and so any video I make right now will be outdated the moment I upload it. It takes me a couple hours to get a video up. Virtuous humor. There is no cure for the flu either. Only a vaccine that may reduce the risk of getting it. Viral infections rarely have cures. There you go. Again, thank you for these very intelligent comments. I am not a medical professional. I'm winging it when it comes to that. I am really repeating what I'm getting from sources that seem to know what they're talking about, and that is a good point. Flu shots. All of us are supposed to get our flu shots every year. There's no cure for the flu. We just are supposed to get a flu shot to hopefully not get the flu, right? So yeah, it's quite crazy. Rob Slevin is here. The TWB group cruise is not till December, so there's still time for everything to get back to normal cruising. Thank you, Rob. And Rob is on that cruise. Disney from Chicawanga. Is that Niagara Falls, New York, or Canada? Sir Robert Taylor, and it's only $10. Okay, what else is going there? Debbie, Marty, we leave for Western Caribbean cruise on Norwegian Dawn on Sunday. You're not going. I don't think you're going unless that cruise is on and that's the last one. I don't know. So, Sean, Tommy, thanks. I'm thinking it might be good to buy when the prices are down. Here we go. All Stow 40 Royal Caribbean has canceled their cruises for the next 30 days. There you go. Do you think the cruise lines, the cruise shutdown will continue to fall? Do you think the cruises, Jeremy G, I think they're all going to shut down. I think it's a worldwide shutdown for cruising within the next day or two. I think they'll all be shut down. Let's see here. Debbie, thank you. Debbie just got herself Debbie just ordered one of these. Way to go, Debbie Manuel. Nice going. We'll get one out to you as soon as they're up and finished. They're under construction as we speak. Cruising with Ben and David are now quarantined on their cruise ship. They've been posting on there for the last few days. Sir Robert, my wife, last name was that, so I have had I have had that for a while. I can't even pronounce it. I can't even say her last name. I can't say it. Ray, all soccer in UK postponed. That's right. All football done. Scott J, today Royal Caribbean announced it's suspending cruising for 30 days. Scott J, we understand the gravity of the public health crisis confronting the country. This is our part to play. So beginning midnight tonight, we're pausing the fleet U.S. sailings for 30 days. Okay, interesting if their international sailings continue or not. Vivian is here. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Nice to have you here. We're just doing an emergency update show here as to what's going on. Royal Caribbean just announced they're shutting down. So we now have Royal Caribbean shutting down, Norwegian shutting down. I'm now waiting for Carnival. Rebecca, I just bought 100 shares of Carnival. I think you paid a nice low price for it. I do. The Bellatine Bang is thinking we should turn away all ships. Kirk Brunson's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Nice to have you here from the Big Apple, one of my sponsor members. Some of you might notice that some of the folks who are joining us here have their names highlighted in a green kind of a type, and they have a little logo beside their name. Sometimes they use emojis that are different than others. They've joined this channel. They become a member of this channel. If you hit the join button and become a member, you're automatically a sponsor member of this channel. Every Monday night at 7 o'clock, I go live only for sponsor members. It's a sponsor member hangout show. If you'd like to join me for that, join up and become a sponsor member. And we have about an hour of fun before the actual live show at 8 o'clock Eastern on Mondays. And it's a very smaller gathering of followers. We have a lot of fun. And I'd invite any of you who want to become part of that family. Please do. I'd love it. This channel is growing. Sherry, Awesome Sunsets Travel is in the house. Travel agent from St. Louis. How you doing, darling? Welcome. Facebook user saying NCL Royal are all done. Not surprised. Kelly Haas is saying hi. Let's see here. Who else have we got here? Melagriff, I'm not cruising until July. Do you think we should be somewhat back to normal? I hope so. But I would make sure you get travel insurance just in case. If any of you folks can get travel insurance that gives you cancel for any reason travel insurance, get that kind of travel insurance. Although the cruise lines lately have really stepped up to allow people to cancel right up to 48 hours before cruise time. Sylvia is in the house. How you doing? It's a surprise show. Yes, indeed it is. Sherry is saying, sorry, there we go. I'm watching you while working, trying to save the travel universe. Key the Star Wars music. Right on, dear. Welcome to the channel. Let's see. Everyone's going to be working from home next year. Laura is here. Welcome, Laura. Eddie Garcia's in the house. How you doing, Eddie? You're a first timer. Welcome to my channel and the show. I'm always live Mondays at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock for sponsor members if you become one of those as well. But today it's a surprise live show. Lots going on for sure. Ambrin, here we go. Miami today, Royal Caribbean Cruises announced about is suspending cruising in the United States for 30 days. We understand the gravity of the public health crisis. It's our part to play. So here we go. This is the announcement I've been just releasing. Thank you, Ambrin, for confirming that. It's wonderful. Like I said before, if any of you folks have a cruise booked with any of these cruise lines, and you are looking for what to do with your credit or book another cruise going forward, I'm pretty sure you can convert your cruise from the cruise lines. If you can't get through because of those 800 numbers, you can convert your booking over to Ambrin. Just give Ambrin Travel a call. The phone number and web information is down below in the description underneath this video and any of my videos. You can contact Ambrin and you can convert your existing cruise over to their travel agency, and then you're dealing with them for the credits and how to do everything, and they'll help you out. They'll tell me whether I'm wrong or not. So anyway, there's that. Let's see. Tony is saying I'm going to buy 100 shares of each of those companies next week. Might be a good idea. If you do, don't forget you get cabin credits as a shareholder of the company. One of the benefits of being a shareholder, even for Norwegian, at what, $11 a share? It's $1,100 to buy 100 shares. If you own 100 shares of these cruise lines and you take a 7-day cruise, you get $100 credit for the cruise. So if you take 2 cruises a year, you get $200 in credits a year for 2 7-day cruises. And it's the same for Carnival and Royal Caribbean and all the other lines that they own. Heck, you do 10 cruises, you just got $1,000 in credits. 100 shares of Norwegian is $1,100. Hey, the shares are almost free, aren't they? There you go. If you take a 2-week cruise, 15-day cruise or longer, you can get up to a $250 cabin credits. So you take 4 15-day or longer cruises, that pays for the shares. So there you go. I call that a risk-free investment. As long as the ship is sailing, you should be all right. William Denson, good info, Bruce. I hope I can go on my cruise by the end of May. Still thinking positive to get on the Pride. Right on, William. Welcome for being here. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Ed A. I was on the what is that? I was on a lewd cruise ending March 13 in Barcelona, or was that a lure? Was it a good one? I hope you enjoyed it. Sherry, I put my cape on and get back to work. Many blessings to you. Thank you, Sherry. You hang in there. I know how busy you are. Anything happening with Celebrity, Eddie? They'll be shut down too because Carnival, because Royal Caribbean is shut down. Peter Heckman, buying more cruise stocks, Bruce. They are a bargain right now. Everyone keep safe. Absolutely, Peter. You're absolutely right. What do we got here? My cruise on July 11th. Can I cancel? Facebook user. Contact the cruise line. Like I say, or your travel agent, and find out the rules. But there's so much happening as I'm speaking to you. I can't tell you the new rules. I can't tell you what today's policy is. I'm not a travel agent. Call Ambren if you want to convert your cruise over to them, and then they can help you with anything you need. I'm pretty sure. Here we go. Ambren. We can only take over reservations booked in the last 30 to 60 days, depending on the cruise line. We're not accepting transfers on any sailings due to sale prior to July 1, 2020. Thank you for clarifying that. I know they're watching me, and I'm really glad they are, because they got to keep me on the straight and narrow. Ambren, Adia, they're already announced. They're part of Royal Caribbean. Message for cancel sailings for 30 days. Ambren as of midnight tonight. Again, Ambren is watching this very closely and is involved, and so this is good stuff. Sean, per CNBC, Royal Caribbean is suspending cruises in and out of the U.S. for the next 30 days. Okay. Jason, will I cruise on Carnival on March 23, or is it all but gone? I cannot imagine Carnival actually sailing. I'm surprised if they still are. Bruce, all Cruise Line International Association cruise lines are requiring the 70+ letter, but we don't know going forward. There's again an answer to a question that I read a while ago, and you can see how far behind I am on the comments. Can I, as a Swedish citizen living in Sweden, book cruises from Ambren? There's much better offers for us here than in Sweden. I don't know. Give them a call. Just pick up the phone and give them a call, or send them an email. Again, the info is down below, and they will address whatever question they can. I have a European river cruise booked with Avalon May 28th, says TFS Day Drum. To May 28, 2020, from Basel, Switzerland to Amsterdam for my 20th anniversary. I hope I can go. May 28th, I'm hoping for the best. By then, things have settled down, but I don't know what the situation will be like in Europe then. I just know how bad it is now, and in certain areas of Europe, it's worse than in other areas of Europe. So I do not know. Cross your fingers, wait it out. Yvonne, or Vonnie Morgan, coming in late. Anything on Royal Caribbean? Yes, a Royal Caribbean canceled cruises for the next 30 days out of the USA. Hey, Bruce, do you know if I know reasons going to sail in August? Eddie, going to sail in August. So far, it sounds okay. But the government of Canada has shut down cruise ships. 500 or larger passenger cruise ships cannot come to Canadian ports until July 1 of this year. So all cruises that would have visited Canada up until July 1 cannot come in. You're going in August. Hopefully by then things are more normal, but I do not know what the new normal will be like in August. I have no idea. Are all of us going to need a certificate of clearance for that beer virus? I don't know. Mexican beer virus. I do not know. There's going to be a new normal. Valerie, I'm still good on Harmony for May 3rd as of now. Right on. Cookie Lady has Carnival canceled yet? Have one for March 23rd, 10 days. I don't know, Cookie Lady. The two big cruise lines have canceled their cruises. I'm waiting for Carnival to decide what they're going to do. I cannot imagine they would be the only ones still sailing. I can't imagine. But they haven't officially said they're stopping. Hi, Bruce. Keep up the fantastic reporting. Timeless truths. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of you who are here. Those of you who are giving me thumbs ups for this live show, all my live shows. Thank you for those of you who are giving me thumbs ups on my videos, commenting on my videos, sending me direct messages on Facebook, joining my Facebook group page, and just being part of the channel. I really, really appreciate it. Instagrammers, yeah, love you too. Better safe than sorry. Take care, everybody. Your health is your wealth. That's right, Vanessa, you got it. Cindy, Royals announcement says it's U.S. cruises. Aunt Josie, all of Louisiana schools closed till April 13. There you go. States have taken the charge. They are leading that country down there. Eric W., where have all the shops? Where are all the ships going to park? Eric, I don't know. I don't know. We are in the UK traveling with P&O in August on their new ship Iona. Fingers crossed. Great show, by the way. Thank you to you, Terry 100. Yes, Iona, the brand new biggest cruise ship for Britain, for the UK. Very exciting. Timing, could have been better, but what are you going to do? Let's hope it's all good by August. Are they still? He's still talking. He's still talking. Okay, 68 thumbs up. Someone's telling me. Anyone knows any news on P&O? They're part of Carnival, I believe. So we'll wait. Jason, my spring break cruise with Carnival seems like it's doomed. I am doubtful things are going to happen here. Let's see here. Thank you, Vanessa. Glenda, Anthony is leaving Southampton in May. I don't know. We can book using future cruise credits. Ambrin Travel. So if you folks have a future cruise credit, Ambrin can book your cruise for you. Contact Ambrin Travel. They'll get all the info they need from you with respect to your cruise credit. They can verify it, and then you can book through them. And now you have a personal, professional cruise specialty travel agency handling your affairs for cruising, and you don't have to wait on the 1-800 phone number for 2 hours to get someone to talk to you. Talk to Ambrin, folks. I know it's a commercial for Ambrin, but I think it's a smart thing to do. I would be doing that. President just said they're 100% behind the cruise lines. They're constantly in talks with them, and an update should be given in the next 24 hours. Let me tell you something, folks. You think the White House is constantly in touch with the cruise lines? Turn it around. The cruise lines are constantly in touch with the White House and the senators and the congressmen. The Cruise Line Association has got not promoters, but advisors, influencers. They have got consultants all over Capitol Hill. If you think the health industry and the gun lobby have got people representing their industry, the cruise line also have people representing. Yeah, the White House hears from the cruise lines all the time. There are deep connections into the politics of the United States government and state governments as well. Absolutely. Okay. Our Oasis cruise May the 10th is going to get canceled. I can feel it. Yes. It's canceled. Oh, maybe not yet. 30 days out. Okay. It's not canceled as of now, but I don't know. I found the same cruise in October, super duper cheap, but promised last year not to sail in hurricane season anymore. Good move, JC. Just keep your fingers crossed and wait and see what happens. I like I say, it's one of those things. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Linda, has Celebrity canceled yet? Have not heard anything yet. It's almost certain that they're going to. It's part of Royal Caribbean. Any European news, Bruce? Oh my, Mark, it just keeps coming out. It's awful. Spain has declared a state of emergency for the next 14 days. Italy's on a total shutdown. More and more travel is being restricted in Europe. I think I heard that Denmark was considering a total shutdown as well. That's what I think I heard. Costa Cruising shut down today on top of the other cruise lines like AMA Waterways, Avalon Cruises, Celestial, Crystal, Disney Cruises, of course, announced a shutdown. Sega Cruises, Uniworld, all the river cruise lines in Europe have virtually shut down. They can't take you anywhere. They can take you from city A to city B, but then you can't go see anything because you can't get off the ship. So they've just shut down. Europe is constantly shutting down. It is now the most the hot spot. It's considered the hot spot by the World Health Organization for this Mexican beer virus. Okay. There you go. Let's see. Andrew, I have a carnival scheduled for April 19. Should I reschedule? Andrew, you might be given a credit for your cruise in the not too distant future if Carnival shuts down. You'll just have to wait and see. Otherwise, you're going to have to call Carnival or your travel agent. We'll see what's going on. Vanessa, I just purchased some shares, hoping things get better. I'm glad these cruises are taking a little break till things get better. Fingers crossed. I agree, Vanessa. It's darn good move. Someone on Facebook loves this show. Thank you, someone on Facebook. Ryan Copeland just got here, so forgive me if you said this, but MSC just canceled for the next 30 days as well out of Miami. So MSC, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, Disney, Costa Cruises. That's just today. They're all shutting down. It's going worldwide, certainly out of the U.S. We'll see how this goes. So beyond, let's see. Ambrin, Avalon is only suspended through April 30 as of now. Thank you. Glenn T, I was at the airport this morning, 10 minutes from boarding a plane to Chile for a 14-day cruise when I got an email that the cruise departing tomorrow was canceled. Wow, talk about last minute. Wow, that's amazing, Glenn T. That is amazing. Thank God you weren't in the air and you found that out. You have to arrange a flight home now instead of later. Cindy, I wonder what will do Innovations Trans-Pacific costing? I think it's supposed to be in Hawaii by the middle of next month. I don't know, Cindy. This I don't know. The ship may be kept out of U.S. waters, or may be docked where it's going, or it may literally come to the U.S. and just dock. I don't know. Lots of questions to be answered in the next few days, I'm sure. Will it be difficult to find rebooking spots? Everyone vying for limited cabin itinerary. Lucky Duck. You know what, Lucky Duck Canuck? Welcome, by the way. I don't think you're going to have any problem booking a cruise. They were expecting this year 30 million people to go on a cruise. 30 million. Something tells me it'll be less than 25 this year. It won't be 30 million. And there's capacity for more than 30 million people a year. You may have all kinds of options available to you, because I think a lot of people are going to be skittish. And of course, depending on your time frame, if you're retired, and your schedule is a lot more flexible, then you can, book whenever. But if you're working for a living and you only get so many weeks of holiday a year, you're limited. And so there could be a lot of passengers out there who are thinking of going on a cruise, but they can't because, they have to wait until next year. So Lucky Duck, you might be okay. Let's see. Heard NCL canceled Pride of America today. That is Norwegian. That's the Hawaii ship. Okay. Ships and Port. Hello, sir. How are you from India? How are you? Welcome from India to the show. Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashir. First Spanish flu, now Mexican beer virus. That's right. That's right, buddy. Facebook. Hi, Bruce. Thanks for this. Everything unfolding by the minute. It sure is. Carolyn, Seacord. I just tuned in. Did Norwegian cancel? Norwegian canceled. Royal Caribbean canceled. Costa, now MSC, waiting for Carnival, and all the subsidiary cruise lines. Nathan's boat review here in Maryland. All schools are closed till March 27th. Is he still talking? They're still talking. Ken S. Trump is on TV right now, has been for over an hour, is it? As long as I've been on, practically he's been yapping. No cases here in Eastern Shore, Maryland yet, Nathan saying. Jeremy G., you're a yes driveway, and if you drink Mexican water, you can have Montezuma's revenge. Kevin Jock says thanks. Thank you, Kevin. Mark Van Ram. Virginia just closed all schools for 2 weeks. There you go. Another state. Trip reviews. Hi, Bruce. Just got home. Looked at my email. Got one from Carnival with VIFP offer of a $25 4-night cruise, March 19th. I don't think they'll even be selling though. I suspect you're right. Trip reviews. I think they're going to shut down. Vivian is saying hi, Bruce. Hi, Vivian. Kevin Jacques, what was going on Symphony? Eddie, can we use Amber from the UK? I don't know. Amber, can they use you from the UK? Linda, celebrities included in a 30-day suspension as they are part of the Royal Caribbean. There's an answer from Amber. Amber, people from overseas, can they use your services? Let me know, and we'll just pass that on. Susie Kelly, not Carnival. We're waiting. I'm certain it's coming. Virgin has delayed their cruises. Yes, they have. They're not sailing their first cruise for money till August 7th. They are shutting down till like the middle of July for their opening celebrations, and that's tentative as well. Terrible timing. What are you going to do? Jason, if the cruise industry shuts down, will the aviation follow? It should be shut down now. Hasn't been shut down. They've got more lobbyists. That's the word I was looking for a little while ago. There are more lobbyists for the airlines on Capitol Hill than the cruise lines. And these are American corporations, these airlines. They have a powerful lobby association. They will try to keep flying going right to the very end. Personally, I think it should be shut right down. I think America should go on a lockdown. But that's just this guy talking. I'm not an expert. And you know how many trillions we're talking about? Trillions. It's unbelievable. It's, I don't know, people's health, though. Lucky Duck Canuck, will it be difficult to find rebooking spots? No, you'll be fine. Susie, now aviation's different, shorter time together. That's what they claim. Bruce, are you aware of the Bramer? We have friends on board. There are 5 confirmed cases. Should have flown back yesterday, but no port allowing them in. I have heard this. I've heard bits and bits and pieces of this story about the Braemar. The Braemar has been having issues the last 2 weeks. I'm hoping that they can get these passengers, off and treated and isolated and everything else. But oh my gosh, you're right. There are ports that just won't let the ship in. It's just ridiculous. William, what's this? I feel I use those ships will be super clean when they were. Yes, yes, William, they will be super clean when they resume cruising. You bet. JC, will any cruise lines go out of business because of this? I don't think so. I don't think anyone go out of business. I think they can all survive this. Facebook user. Here we go. Hi, thank you, Bruce, for your information. I'm booked on Radiance of the Sea during repositioning cruise Sydney to US. Not looking good. Might not happen. Yes, might not happen. What is this? Ben is saying Loudoun County Public Schools are closed. Paul, leaving on Liberty of the Seas this Sunday. Hopefully, I don't think you are. Amber, we are finding the majority of cruisers are rescheduling for later this year or 2021. 2021 pricing is solid and is even increasing from earlier quotes. There doesn't seem to be much hesitation in booking and rescheduling cruises going forward. Interesting. We can book U.S. and Canadian citizens only at this time. That's what Amber is saying. U.S. and Canadian citizens only at this time. It is cruise line policy, not ours. Thank you, Amber, for letting me know. Gilbert Jones, have Norwegian canceled their cruises? Yes, they have. Facebook user, agree. Abba Love, is Royal stopping? Yes, they are. Lucky Duck, will be difficult. I don't know why you keep repeating the same message. Glenn T, this could be the bottom of the cruise stocks. This seems like the action is needed to slow markets. They're doing what they need to do. Most are up 10% today. Cindy Whitehair, Paul Rigger, you're not sailing on Sunday. And I wonder what will happen on my cruise out of Miami in August, says Sandy. Hopefully all will be well. We'll keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully all will be well. We'll see what happens with all of that. Just all kinds of stuff going on here. Facebook user, let's see here. Sorry. See if I can get this to work. Here we go. Facebook user, thank you very much for your updates. Very helpful. Thank you for watching. Robbie W, hello from Georgia. Was planning to go on NCL breakaway in 2 weeks. Now I have to just dream about going away. Yes, sorry to say, they're out of business right now for at least a month. Great show, Bruce. Leaving on NCL next Friday from Miami. You're not going anywhere. That's not happening. Vani, and we were supposed to leave on RC tomorrow. Oh my gosh, not happening. I think cruises will be back to normal in November. I sure hope so. We're going on our group cruise in December, hopefully. We do want to do that. What will become of the ship crew? They will stay on board their ships, most likely. They will be fed. They'll have the run of the ships. They'll be able to enjoy their own karaoke sessions. They can hang out. They'll keep the ship clean. They'll keep the ship in top shape while they're on board, but they'll be on their time off. They can enjoy the ship, depending on certain decks, and certain decks maybe not. Sandy, I wonder if Carnival will transfer my deposit to another cruise. It was a non-refundable deposit, only $200 if I lose it. I doubt that that's the case. I'm certain your $200 is safe. They'll allow you to use it for something else. So this is not your fault. This is a corporate thing. This is a virus thing. You should be right. Facebook, no, they haven't shut down all cruises till April 11th. Vanessa, you're so right. America should undergo a closure. Just safe talking measures till this passes. Just think of it as a vacation. Spend time with your family. Your health is your wealth. And they're still talking. All these guys. Let me just take a look. I have to look under my glasses at my television set. Yeah, they're all still talking at the White House. Talk. Ben, hopefully my cruise isn't canceled in August. Cross our fingers here, Ben. William, number 45, say will help the cruise ship industry through all of this. I don't know how he can easily do that. These are non-American corporations. These are foreign flag cruise ships. But whatever they're going to do, they're going to do. We'll see what, we'll just see what happens. This is a monumental set of announcements today. Like I said, I made a video earlier today talking about the fact that Disney and upwards of 10 other cruise lines shut down today. We now know that Costa Cruising has been added to the list. MSC out of the U.S., Royal Caribbean out of the U.S., Norwegian now has shut down. We're waiting on Carnival. What are they going to do? The markets are closed for the day. The stock market had a very good run at the end of the day today. As I mentioned earlier, let me just take a peek here again for the Dow Industrial Average. Here is the chart for the day for the Dow Industrial. It started, I guess, what would that be? Over here is the start, and over here is the ending right up here. There it is. I'm doing this backwards, so forgive me. A 1,900-point gain today on the Dow, which almost erased yesterday's complete losses. Not quite, but close. Here's a one-week chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Index. See if I can make this work for you. Sorry if I'm shaky, but big recovery today. The Treasury Department, the U.S. government is going to make a lot of capital available to banks. There will not be cash shortages. You go to your bank machine, you want to withdraw a couple $100, you'll be able to withdraw a couple $100. All is fine there. And so that caused the stock market to do very well later today. All bank stocks went up. Costco went up $22 a share. JP Morgan went up $15. Amazon went up $108 a share to $1,785. Not that I'm a stock market guy. I don't have a stock market channel. I used to be a stockbroker, though. Microsoft up over $19 a share. Apple up almost $30 a share. That's more than 10% today for Apple. That is huge. IBM up $5. 5% gain for Apple. Bank of America up $3.65. That's about 7%. Goldman Sachs, more than 10% gain. That's huge. That's billions of dollars of wealth being added to people's portfolios. So good news for the market today. They like the market liked today a lot better than they liked it yesterday, obviously. And hopefully things will stable up a little bit. We'll go through the weekend here. Tend to what we have to tend to, survive what we have to survive, and hopefully the stock market on Monday will have a good start and add to these gains. But we'll find out. I don't know. No guarantee here. Any more comments I need to get to? I just want to see if anyone else any questions. Anything else? Let's go here. Okay, let's see. Here we are. Facebook user, what does Carnival say? We don't know yet. Leaving on Carnival Valor in the morning, says Brandon. Wish you luck. I am wishing you luck. I'm crossing my fingers for you. I have no idea whether it's going to be canceled or not. James Barber going with Holland America reposition cruise April 19 to Rome. When will they officially cancel? Oh boy, I don't know if they can do that. The Rome is closed. The port of Rome is not open, so that ship's not going to Rome. It might go to Barcelona, but Spain declared a state of emergency. Barcelona might be closed. Then it can't go to Barcelona. If that's the case, if the Mediterranean shuts down, that ship is going over empty. If it's going at all, we'll have to wait and see. You're going to have to follow, the company. They'll keep you posted, I'm sure. Great plug, Cruise Concierge, Bruce, Rain Shoes Travel. A great plug. Thank you. Not even sure what that means. Eddie, I hope I can cruise in July. First Royal Caribbean cruise. I hope so too. I hope so. Scenic River Cruise is canceled the next 2 months. There's another cruise line that's shut down. Photo Sail, what's Oceania status? They're part of Norwegian. They'll be shut down. If Norwegian is shut down, Oceania will be shut down, and so will Region 7 Seas, I'm sure. Thomas Logonran, the virus will last 6 to 8 months, and 70% of us are going to get it. There you go. Facebook user, I'm interested if they stop cruises in Australia for a month. You're wondering if they will. Well, we'll see. Thank God Amazon is going back up. Yes. Ben H. Trent, when I went to get toilet paper at Costco, there was none left for some reason. I think by next week, within the next week or two, they'll be drowning in toilet paper. Hi, Bruce from David Guido. Hey, David, how you doing, buddy? Facebook user CLIA, that's the Cruise Line International, has asked travel advisors to contact state senators and representatives, acknowledging that the cruise industry supports over 421,000 American jobs and nearly $53 billion to the U.S. economy. While striving for people's safety, we should avoid excessive policies that shuts down the travel and tourism industry. Lobbyists. The CLIA is a lobbying organization for the cruise line. Let's be honest. Their job is to make everything go smoothly for the cruise lines. And so by mentioning that 421,000 Americans, many in your district, have these jobs, yes, they're trying to keep things going. But cruise lines are reading between the lines. They know the reality of the situation. If ports are being shut down, airlines are getting restricted into certain countries, they're not going to fill their ships. The people can't get to their cruise ships and get home from the cruise ships. They're not going on the cruise anyway. Might as well shut down. So are all Norwegian cruises canceled? John wants to know. I believe so. I'll get more details later today. Did Victoria shut down for 2 months? Victoria, British Columbia, all Canadian ports are shut down till the end of June. July 1 is when they might reopen across Canada for any cruise ships, 500 people or more. Sandy, I wish United would extend change fees for previous booked air, not just for plans made in March on United for August travel, in case I can't cancel my August cruise. Well, that might change, Sandy. Just stand by. Things are changing quickly. John, we're due to take our first cruise with Norwegian on the 22nd. Hope that works out. Will these cruise ports, how will these cruise ports, extra traffic wants to, how will they, what? I don't know what you, Jason. Your typing is like mine, and sometimes I can't figure it out. Norwegian is still going. I work for them. Laugh out loud. Checking in. I don't think they're going. Why are we running out of toilet paper? I don't know. Bremer, Linda Bremer. We're hoping to disembark in Bahamas, where the ship is flagged, now only offering fuel and food supplies. Should this ship have to sail back to UK, many passengers will become seriously ill. I am stumped, Linda, at how this is being done. I'm not sure what's going on here. Thank you, Ronnie, and WSH. Again, I don't know. I'm not sure. Again, I'm winging it here on the air with you. I went live on the spot today. So much news came out so quickly that I thought I would just go live and let you know what I know as I see it. The president looks like he has stopped talking. They might be done now. So now they're critiquing and reviewing what he said on all of the networks. So depending on your favorite network, it was either great or it was terrible. Figure it out for yourselves. But in any event, lots is happening here today. Thank you for being part of my channel, everybody. Those of you who are subscribing to Traveling with Bruce, giving my videos and this show thumbs ups, thank you. Love your comments, either here live or on my videos. Really appreciate it. Thank you for joining my Facebook group page. I will check to see how many folks want to join. As a matter of fact, I'll check right now. How many folks want to join my Facebook group page? While I've been talking about it, 30 of you have asked to join the Facebook group page. I will get you all approved. If you want to join my Facebook group page called Traveling with Bruce for updates, please ask to join. I'm the administrator. I'll let you in. All of you who've asked already, I'll get you processed in the next 15 minutes or so. Instagram. If you like my Instagram page, I hope you do. Some of you enjoy it. It's a little bit of a lighter take on what's going on with TWB. Jennifer handles all the postings on the Instagram page. Please join that one. We've had a lot of folks sign up. It's following me. Fantastic. We're having a great time. And of course, we use these social media outlets to let you know what we're doing here on TWB. If you'd like to become a member of this channel, you can join Traveling with Bruce by hitting the join button. Should be down below, either somewhere here, maybe here. I don't know. Everything's backward. It might be here. I don't know. Or on my homepage, you can hit the join button and become a member of this channel. You'll automatically be a sponsor member, and that gives you additional benefits. One of which is when I go live on Monday nights, I normally go live at 8 o'clock for the regular channel, but I go live at 7 o'clock for sponsor members, and you can join me there for an hour of a hangout show. And it's a smaller crowd, and I can get to every comment. And we don't just talk cruising, we talk about everything, and it's a lot of fun. So if you'd like to become a closer member of this channel, join the channel. That would be great. All right, there you have it. Any more comments? I just see comments going through. I think we're pretty well done here. Thank you again for joining me live without any notification whatsoever. There are 295 of you at the moment still here. It's incredible. Like I said, today, a whole bunch of cruise lines have stopped cruising. Let me read them off one more time. It would be Virgin Voyages is delayed until August. Disney is shutting down until April, mid-April. AMA Waterways, Riverboats, they're down until April 25. They're offering 100% refund or 115% credit towards a future cruise. Avalon Waterways shut down until the end of April. Celestial Cruises, they're shut down till May 1. Crystal Cruises, the Serenity and the Symphony are shut down. Disney, like I said, Paul Gauguin is shut down till April 11th. Princess is already shut down till May 10th. Sega Cruises till May 15th. Uniworld, River Cruise Company, shut down till April 23rd. Viking, Ocean and River Cruises shut down till May 1. They're offering 125% credits going forward. Everyone loved that announcement. Windstar shut down till April the 30th. Now we know that MSC is shut down in the U.S. We know Costa Cruising is shut down. We know Norwegian is shutting down. We know Royal Caribbean, certainly in the U.S., is shutting down. Lots of news today. Absolutely tons of it. Let's see here. Any more comments before I go? Facebook user says, love Facebook and Instagram, TWB. Thank you. Kelly, I'm sorry, I just joined. Is the NCL Joy still sailing on Sunday? I don't think so. I was told it was canceled. I haven't gotten an email from them to confirm. You probably will be, Kelly. I think they're down. They're going to be shut down. Roy, great content. Bruce, take care. See you next time. Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. Thanks, you guys. Ambrin Travel, my travel agency for this channel, says, I would keep your eyes open for the Carnival announcement. We're expecting it will happen today. However, we do not have confirmation yet. But yes, Ambrin and I and many, we feel it's likely that Carnival is going to shut down like everyone else is shutting down. Tom Smith, JP in Poland, are you still watching TX in Jacksonville? NCL Holding announced that all of their lines are shutting down until April 11th, says in Norwegian. What do we got here? A Facebook user, hello from Washington State. Kelly, thank you so much. Ben H, bye Bruce. Let's see, I'm live, says it's Rob Smith. Thanks so much. Carl Olson, hello from Sacramento. Thanks for the updates. And who we got here? Vibe and Flower, hello. I'm new to the live. Welcome, Vibe and Flower. I'm live every Monday at 8 o'clock normally, Eastern time. But today was a special occasion because of what is happening. So much is happening. Facebook user saying hi. I don't know who you are, but just saying hi to me, and I'm saying hi to you back. Fantastic. Guys, I really appreciate you all being here today. I want to wish you all the best. Safe travel. Stay warm. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Keep an eye on my channel. I will keep popping up videos on this channel as I've been doing lately, and we'll try to keep you posted on the latest news. And if you have any comments or you want to know what's going on minute to minute, join my Facebook group page, Traveling with Bruce. Ask to join. I'll let you in. I'm the administrator. And we try to keep updates going there, and I will keep the videos coming. And in the meantime, thank you for your support. Debbie Manuel, thank you so much for ordering the smart iPhone, the iPhone or the phone amplifier from TWB. You slip your phone in there, and the volume comes out here. Made of solid wood, handmade in Creston, British Columbia, with the logo on the back. Handmade by Marshall Thompson. $50 donation on the PayPal donate button gets you one of these. I will mail it to you. I have to buy one from Marshall, and then I get to send it to you. And there's a little left over for the channel. Thank you for your support. Okay, guys, that's it. That's it for the plugs. Okay, I'm done. All right, I'm out of here. I am going back to work and follow the news and see if I make a video tonight. Okay. Talk to you later, everybody. Bye for now.